All right, we are live. What is up, YouTube? How's it going? We're going to look at Bitcoin today. We're going to look at Litecoin and Ethereum. They're all pumping, and I want to see what's going on. So let's jump into the market today. Let me know when you get in. I'm going to see if I can find you on my phone here so I can chat with you. There we go. There we go. Look at Litecoin and Ethereum. What's up, Cy Hall? How's it going? How is it going? Hey, Robert. What's up, man? Robert, did you get any of this action, buddy? Hey, Dave. How's it going, man? Khalid. What's up, man? How's it going? Hey, Johnny 20, how's it going? Hey, Raid. Glad to see y'all. Glad to see y'all here. Hey, Eric. I'm going to jump in here in just a minute. We're going to let everybody kind of pump in here. There's 15 of you. Oh, bummer, dude. Yeah, it's hard to jump in when it takes off, guys. It's hard to jump in when it takes off, especially with the price action lately. It'll pump up and then jump back down. But price action's kind of holding right now. This is a bit different pump than we've had. So a little bit different. Bit different, pump than we had. Is the mic bad, guys? Can you hear me okay? Give me some feedback on that. How's that? Is that any better? I'm turning the gain up a little bit, but the gain's way high here. Check my mic settings here. How's that? Is that okay? Testing 1, 2, 3. Give me some feedback there, guys, on the microphone. Loud and clear? All right, good deal. Better? Let me know if it's too loud, guys. I'll make sure. Yeah, I had a problem in the last video, though, guys. It was quiet. Give me complete sentences, guys. Don't say yes or no, because there's a time lapse. Say yes, it is clear. No, it is not clear from this point on. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, the last video, it was quiet for some reason. Okay, I think it's good. Very good. All right. Yeah, there is a lag. There's a lag in what I say and what you say, about 30 seconds to a minute. So some of you guys are answering questions. I don't even know what you're asking. So if I said is it good, you're like no or yes or whatever. So all right, mic's clear as a bell. Excellent. I just turned the gain up a little bit, and we'll see if that's better. So all right. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with the last video, but I think we got it figured out now. We at least got it. Is my picture in the way of the chart? Is it a good spot? Should be okay, I believe. Last thing I just need your help with, just to tweak these settings while I got you here. Oh. The diesel truck. You driving a diesel truck. Nice, man. Okay. Cool. There's 45 of you in here. Let's jump into the analysis here, and let me show you what I'm seeing here. All right. So, let me just say my last video title, and, I could have titled it better. I think there's some complaints about, got some dislikes because I said no long trade. I said in the video, if you watch the video, that there's a trade setting up, and I was long. So what does that all mean? Let me just first, sorry for the confusion, but at that moment in my belief system is that, and still, that we were just going to get a small move and then another down push. We did get a larger move today, And I guess I dismissed the notion, because I dismissed it in the video, the notion that we would get another expanded flat. But that's exactly what we're getting, guys. We're getting another expanded stinking flat, as far as I can tell. This is, this basically, this broke the last low, and then we shot up, okay? And so that's kind of, just par for the course for the stinking move on Bitcoin. I was long anyway, expecting a bounce, but I wasn't expecting such a large bounce. I actually took profit about $250 too soon. So I'm kind of bummed about that. You kind of missed that profit. I was also had to take my son to the dentist, and so I just didn't want to have to be. So I just took profit and said, if I miss some, I miss some. It isn't my trade. So listen, guys, there will be another trade. Listen, if you can short and long, you don't have to worry. Price, you make money going up, you make money going down. So one of the things you have to keep in mind, guys, is your psychology. When you see these large, green wicks on the, on the 4-hour chart, you just see the straight up, and you're like, oh crap. Okay, let me just remind you. Let me remind you of some green wicks that didn't go anywhere. Okay, so you can't always just jump into a market just because we had something that did that. Okay, that's out of the ordinary. Okay, and this move, while it is being sustained and pumped, so it is going to be a sustained move. It's not a move, in my opinion, like we got here. However, it's going to be a fairly largish move, guys. We're going to look for a place to get in. So I'm going to jump to the smaller time frame to see if we can get another place to get in. But it looks like we're going to get a move up here to that $8,000 region, like we were calling for in the first place. Except my video title, I just said, basically we were looking for a long in this region right here, guys. And I guess it's hard because you're limited in the number of characters you can use. So basically, I just wanted to be clear that the trade as I presented it the prior days was not valid. Okay, so the trade as I presented it, just basically, I said we could retest the low, but I didn't think we'd break the low. And in fact, I said that. So, it did what I don't think. And I always remind you guys, do what I remember, be ready for me to be wrong. Don't just, I'm giving my analysis based on what I'm seeing, but nobody knows, nobody's 100%, guys, at everything that they say. However, I did long this thing from $6,600, $6,620 to be exact, and I made the move up to $6,980 and took my profit. And I didn't take it up to $7,200. So I took profit a little early. And I'll tell you why in just a little bit. I was looking at wave structure and everything, but anyway, it looks like we're going to get a bigger pump than this. It appears to be. So let me show you what we could potentially have here. So what we have is an expanded flat working. An expanded flat, if you don't know, if you're new to Elliott Wave, is when you have an let me try again. An A, B wave, and the B wave breaks the low of the A wave before the C wave is made. What will often happen is you'll get an A, a B, and a C like that. You get the price doing that, while on the RSI you'll get it doing that. So you'll get divergence as well on the RSI along with this action. And so you see that exactly on this chart here, and this is the 4-hour chart where you see price doing this, and you got the RSI doing that. Okay, so that's divergence. So that fits the bell. We had a break of the low. Okay, and so that's a good place to long once you break that low and an expanded flat. We got a break and then a reversal, and it's a pretty quick move. Now this hasn't been as quick as I would have thought it would be for an expanded flat. Okay, it's not as quick as I thought it would be, but it's still moving pretty good. And there's still room to get in on this trade potentially if you get in at the right location. Or if you get in with the expectation, you may have to deal with some drawdown. But I think there's some room in this trade yet to play out. And we'll see if we can snipe an entry for you guys the best we can. So assuming this is correct, assuming we are indeed dealing with an expanded flat, okay, I don't think we're dealing with a complete reversal as some of you are thinking. I think this is all we're going to get, something like that. Okay, and what that's going to be in the grand scheme of our count, I believe, if the hypothesis is correct, if the count is correct, and that's always the case, it's got to be correct. Okay, then we got to assume that your trade assumptions are correct. So assuming this is a W X Y X, I'm sorry, let me try this again here. Try it again. W X Y X. Now, where's Z? We need 3 waves for Z, okay? So this third wave for Z, so we got 1, 2. So what I'm seeing here, guys, is that we're going to get, this is 1, that's 2. We're going to get a third wave like that. Very similar to this wave. And you can see the proportionality of it kind of fits. I might have it drawn a little too deep there, but you get the idea, okay? Control Y. There we go. So this is probably going to come on up. Come on down like so. Let's see if we can get a good, let's see if we can draw a channel on this again. We're going to draw it from the X's. So here, let me do this. I'm going to get rid of the wave here. And I'm ignoring the chat a little bit, guys, just to kind of get the analysis to you. And then I'll try to get your thoughts and ideas afterwards, okay? Because, of course, my ideas are much more important. That's not true. I'm just I want to make sure that you get what you came to the channel for. Okay, so we're going to draw it from the X's. Make sure we cross the X's there in our channel. Boom, get a touch there, touch there. Didn't quite get a touch here. So yeah, so it looks like we're getting. I think that's probably the best way to draw it right there. Okay, so chances are we're going to come back up here, retest at least this median line. Could get a running flat in there, but I think more than likely we're going to get a move to the upside. So what's that going to look like here? Well, we're looking for a three-wave flat. Okay, so here, let me show you the last flat we had on the grand scheme of things here, right here. So that's a expanded flat. Let me show you another flat that we had in here. This is a kind of a running flat right there. Okay, where this didn't break this high very much. Okay, so we're getting flats all in this structure here. So why wouldn't we get another one? We've gotten them all over the place. Why wouldn't we get another flat? Sure. All right, so hindsight, I wish I would have prepared us for the flat a little bit better than I did, so apologies for sure, but I did say I was going long. To be careful if you do. But it turned out to be a good job, good long. Some of my psychology too is, I thought that we're due to get a bounce around $6,500. And we certainly got it. That indeed was long-term support. We had a support here. You kind of go over here. I've had somebody texting me about it. Maybe I didn't spend enough time talking about it, but I have mentioned the support. You can see this green line right here that I put on here. That green line was basically my line that, once it hit that, I wanted to go long. We nailed it and moved, and so I think I put that on my chart in yesterday's video. So anyway, I'm not going to take a lot of heat for this one. I called it pretty well, but again, wasn't clear enough with my title yesterday, and didn't spend enough time preparing you for the trade as much as I would have liked to. So that's what I wish I could have done better. Now, getting the down push, guys, and this is when you want to be thinking about getting in when price is going to the downside, not when price is going to the upside. So when price is pumping, guys, you got to control your psychology, you got to control your FOMO, and you just let it pump, okay? Because whatever pumps, it will deflate. It will deflate eventually, okay? Listen, this $3,000 pump, if you had waited a month, just 1 month, it would have come back to you, okay? So you didn't have to, and then you would have, even if you were short from the very bottom, you would have made profit on that stupid trade if you had waited it out and had enough margin, okay? If you weren't trading margin, it would have been better. Well, I guess you have to when you're shorting. But anyway, I guess the point is that when price is pumping, guys, you don't just jump into a trade. You wait for the pullbacks, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to look to the small time frames, see if we can find some pullbacks where it might be a good place to jump in. Now, we got to keep in mind we could get a running flat, okay? Now, a running flat is when the C wave does not break the high of the A wave, okay? So if the C wave doesn't make it up, it could just do that, okay? And once that happens, guys, that's in an ultra bear market, okay? That or bull, just depending on which way it's going, okay? So basically, it's just going to be more continuation to the downside. So let's watch out on this median line here, that when we come up and hit this middle line, let's make sure that we don't stop there and just reverse completely. So we got to be careful for that. Watch out for that scenario, okay? Yeah, chill, man. And to be honest with you, I don't even know where to put the fibs. On this. Are you talking about the extension here for the running flat, or are you talking about this wave that we're dealing with here? So if you could clarify for me, that'd be cool. What's up, Nibbler? How's it going? Hey, yeah, I don't even know how to say your name. Faiz Lutfisaka. I'm doing my best every time. I'm not laughing at your name. I'm just laughing at my attempt at it. So what's up, the kingdom? Glad you're doing it. Glad you're here, man. Yeah. Hey, Christina, what's up? Okay, so yeah, so anyway, that's my count. We're dealing with an X wave here. This will be a W. Basically, I'm looking at this big move here as a W now, an X and a Y, and that's going to kind of confirm, the three-wave move. This is what we've been looking for. It's what I've been drawing for weeks, saying, guys, I need to see this. I need to see this. And then when price action just kind of kept tanking, kept looking like this, I'm like, oh no, are we going to do that again? And so that's where my mind was yesterday. And let's just talk about that for a minute. That's what this market will do to you. Guys, if you've been watching my videos long enough, you know that I've been waiting for this move. I have been waiting for this move. But the market will do it in such a way. It's going to do the move, but it'll do it in such a way that you're not ready for it, or it'll fake you out. It'll get you messed up in your psychology. So what you have to do is you try to be ready for all scenarios the best you can. And that's what we try to do in the Elliott Wave as Elliott Wave traders. That's what we're trying to do is be ready for all these scenarios. And so anyway, all right, so that's enough hindsight there. So we're finally getting the move we were looking for. We're looking probably that three-wave move to the upside is probably still on to the $8,000 range. Let's throw the fibs on this guy and see what we might get. What's up, Hybra? How's it going, man? All right. So a 1-to-1 extension here of this wave right here. So when we put the fibs on this 1-to-1 extension, puts us up here at 78.19. So 78.19 is our target for the 1-to-1 extension. Okay. Let's see if that changes on log scale. Not really. It changes $10. So whether log or regular, we're good to go. Let me see if I made sure I tagged the bottom here. I didn't quite tag the bottom quite right. Let me make sure I got the top perfectly here. Got the top perfectly. And make sure I get the bottom right there. Okay, new target 77.29 is our first target for a 1-to-1 extension. Now, chances are we're going to get a higher extension than that, guys. We might even go to the 1618. If we get to the 1618 extension, guys, we're looking at $8,500. That's how we're going to get to the $8,500 target. $8,000, which is the psychological level, is the 127 extension. Okay, so there's your three targets. That's what we're looking for. We need to get up there in 5 waves. Now, here's my problem. This wave is going straight up. If it's gonna make it up here in this straight up fashion, then it's got to get some legs on it, which scares me because I don't know that it's going to go up in a straight up fashion. I need it to kind of come down and make some waves here. I'd like to see it done in 5 waves. I'm not even sure how to count the particular wave as we are here. So let's zoom into the smaller time frames and see what we can see here. We got the 1 hour chart here. Now here is another possibility, guys, that I don't like very much, but I want to throw it at you to make sure we consider it. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Nope, that's not going to work. Forget it. I take that back. This is just looking like an expanded flat. This looks like a 3-way finish to the downside, but it just, and then we went straight up from there. But it's gone way past the extensions we would expect. So you measure the extension from the high, the 9th of December, to the low of December 1st. No, December 11th, I'm assuming. Then pulled the last point on the double top. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha, I'm with you. So you pulled this extension here. Boom, there you go. Yeah, I've got the 1618 extension for me. Now, if I do it from here, let's see, from there to there. Yeah, it just depends on where you put this guy right there. It's between the 127 and the 1618. It's between there, but yeah, we've hit that extension. Oh, you said December. Okay, I'm with you now. This one right here. Yeah, still hitting the 1618 extension. So. Regardless, either I've got closer to the 127 to the 12 between the 127 and 1618. But I'm tracking with you. We're good. Tracking with you. What's up, Tim? What's OXT? What is that? 60%. You gotta be kidding me. What is OXT? Crazy. That's a crazy pump. I don't mess with the alts, guys. I don't mess with them much. All right, let's zoom down here to the 15-minute here. And let's look at this wave that we just made today from the 15-minute chart. All right. We don't have divergence here on the 15-minute, but we have divergence on the 5-minute. I'm certain of that. Guys, do you guys want to learn how you can tell you got divergence on a lower time frame, even though you're not on that time frame? Sure. Glad you asked. Let me try to show you here. So what I want you to do is look at my dotted line as it's going across here. Now, the right here, from this high to that high and that high to that high, we don't have any divergence, but when you see this second peak right here, my dotted line, okay, I'm going to try to draw a vertical line down here. See that vertical line? Now I'm going to draw the identical one there. So you see that vertical line there? You'll notice that right down here, this is how you tell if you have divergence on a smaller time frame, even though you don't have divergence on this time frame. Notice that where my vertical line crosses my RSI line, it does not match up with the peak. So when that doesn't match up, when it actually matches up with going down the slope right here, that's actually telling you you've got divergence on a smaller time frame. So that on this in the immediate term, you're going to have a move to the downside. So let me go to the 5-minute. Let me see if we can find divergence here. And boom, you've got divergence right here. See it? You got to move to the upside. While the RSI is moving to the downside. And so there's your divergence right there. So that's just a quick and easy way to find divergence on a higher time frame chart. Well, when you're on a higher time frame chart, but using the lower, knowing its divergence on a lower time frame. So basically the vertical line matching up where you see the line and the highest peak there of this peak, it doesn't match up with the peak of the RSI. When they don't match up, then you got some divergence on the lower time frame. Okay, so that'll help you when you're on like the 4 hour and you see that happening. You know that on a smaller time frame you've got divergence, and that means in the smaller time frame you're going to have moves to the to the down or to the up, whichever the way the divergence is. So that is how you find the divergence there. That's just for the what it's worth department. There are 85 of you. Welcome, glad y'all are here. So let's zoom back in here to the 5-minute chart. Let's see what we're going to get. Now, if we break this low right here, chances are, let's see what, if we get an ABC move to the downside, and we may or may not get it. Now, we did break my little moving average, so that's always a good sign. And then we've got some continuation with the next candle, so that's always a good sign as well, watching price action. Let's see what kind of extension we might see here. So if we get an ABC move here, which I highly doubt, guys. Market makers are too clean for that. But if we get an ABC move here, watch 70, 78. There's not much structure here to support that. Watch 70, 42. That's another fib you can look for. The lefty setup is cool. I don't know what that means, James. Tell me what that means. And then the 1618 is down here at 69.99. So, yeah, if we get an ABC set up there, we'll have to wait and see what kind of waves we get. Let's look in some very small time frame and see what kind of wave it is here. Irish, you're asking, do you think will make another lower low before a bull run. Bull run, I mean, yes, I think we're going down to the $5,000 region. Okay? I believe that. I believe that because of the macro count. I'm looking for a WXYXZ, and we need that Z to finish. But okay, lefty setup is cool. All right, good. I did that for you, man. I did that for you. I'm hoping it's out of the way of the chart enough. So hopefully it's good. Very good. All right. So yeah, this looks like an ABC there. That doesn't look like an. Oh well, could it be an impulse? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it could be an impulse. That could be 5 waves there. Right here, you can see it. Yeah, definitely that's an impulse wave right here to the downside. Looks like we've got a corrective wave to the upside. Very good. Looking for an impulse wave to the downside, guys. So that's now whether we get now if this impulse wave comes down. So we got an impulse here. We got a corrective wave. We're looking for an impulse to the downside. If it stops here at the 1-to-1 or the 127, or even short of the 1618 or at the 1618 and reverses, guys, then you know that's a long signal. Okay, that's a signal to trade that long. But if it continues down strongly past the 1618, guys, down here, then that's a signal for a down move, that this is going to be a 1, 2, 3 wave. We're going to expect a 4 and then a 5 to start a move to the downside. So let's watch that. This is looking more corrective than it is impulsive. I think it's going to be a corrective structure. This came pretty deep here. So let's wait and see what we get here to the downside. But we are getting a nice move. So this is where we want to think about if we want to enter. If you want to get in on this move, you're thinking here about the 1-to-1 extension. They might get a front run on it. So watch out. Here's the bottom of a structure point right here. I'm going to put green line right here. Boom. Let me just check my. Oh, good. My EU trade is finally getting ready to pay out. Thank God. All right. Let's see here. So there's a structure point that we want to pay attention to. So I'm putting a green line there. Green line just tells me I want to look at buying at that level. Buying at that level. Okay. Those are my buy areas. Let me give you some targets on the. So you can take a screenshot if you want to get it. Just give you some targets there to look for. 70.95 being the first, 70.75, and 70.42. Listen, guys, anywhere in that region isn't a bad trade. And so to jump in long in off of that isn't a horrible idea. Okay, so where would you put your stop? If you jumped in here at 70.50 in that region or something, your stop goes underneath here. I mean, you're only looking at $50 to $100 stop loss. Okay, so your reward is major upside, right? If we get it, we may not get it. This move may be done. We may be getting a deeper correction. This may be a larger move to the upside. So you got to be aware of those things. This is the kind of thing we want to do. Let's see if we can do a count on this wave. I haven't done any heavy counting on it. It's really hard when there's no clear one wave, but we're going to assume this is our, maybe, I don't know where to assume my one wave is. One wave is hard to find here, guys. I'm going to assume right here is my one wave. So we'll do it this. From here to there, there's 1, 2. We came past the 1618. We're moving to the downside. So that's a potential one wave there. This is a potential end of a third wave. Now let's see if we're getting some kind of a 4 wave here. Is there any confluence? Well, the confluent area, guys, is 7,000. Let's see. Let's do a move from here. Confluent. Now that gives us some confluence there. If this is like some kind of third wave. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, guys. Here's a potential that I want to consider. That our one wave could be here. right here. That's 1. That's 2. Okay, now we got 1, 2, 3. We're making 4. We're on our way up to making 5 of the third. Is that possible? Maybe. Let's throw the fibs on that, guys. See what we get. Wow.
What do you need?
Bitcoin, guys, is not going to play nice. It's not going to let you in easy. You may have to take an entry. Expect some drawdown. Hope for the best if you want in. They're not going to let you in easy. 75.77 gets us up here for the third wave. That's if that's 1. If that whole wave is 1. Fox Juniors, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Okay, so add what you do to turn your short long from 6,600. So if you were short at 6,600 and you wanted to like switch that trade to long, let's just say you were short 1 BTC. Whatever the number of BTC that you were trading to the downside, you double it and you buy that many. And what that'll do is that with the first BTC that you purchase, it'll cover the short. With the second BTC, it'll take it long. So that's basically what you do. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, this could be a 1 wave right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could be right there, and that's 2. That's a crap 2 right there is what it is. This is a crap delineation of a wave, guys. We might not even be finished with a complete 1 wave of this larger structure. This might just be an A wave, but finding the 1 wave of the A wave is proving to be somewhat difficult. So Elliott Wave is the only way we trade, guys. We use... No, you mean how you understand... Oh, okay. Well, okay. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood the question. All right, so the question, and I was about to answer it actually. So the question is, without my Elliott Wave count, how did I know to take a long down here around 6,600? Why did I do that? For variable reasons. Number one, trading gut feeling, and that wasn't my primary reason, but that was number one. I don't want you guys to follow me necessarily in my gut feeling. So I did announce it that I did take the trade, but I did also say it's a risky trade. But that being said, we had so many down pushes. We just kept getting another push when I expected a reversal. We got no support through. So we went through these supports. I'm like, we got to get some kind of a bounce. So I was actually looking for about a $300 bounce. We didn't get a $300 bounce. We got a $500 or $600 bounce, right? But that being said, we got more than that, almost $1,000 from the low. Not quite $1,000, but almost $1,000 from the low. So I got about $300 of that bounce, and I was happy with it. I decided I was happy with it, and if it goes up more, it's not my trade. And so, but anyway, that was part of it. I also saw the divergence on the 1 hour as well. There was divergence on a 1 hour chart here. I believe, we had a right here. We had divergence here to the upside right there, whereas we had price there. So I saw that divergence. I saw, of course, when I took it a little early, and so I stayed in the trade because of that divergence, I should say. I took the trade a wave too early. In fact, I said yesterday in the group that if it goes down and hits 6,500, If I get a wick down to 6,500, I'm going to take the trade long. Well, with yesterday's price action, we had a hard time moving past it. I was like, this is, and so watching price action on the small time frame yesterday, I also let me show you the time frame that price action was like right here. This move right there. Just when we made this wick to the upside and then we came down again, I was like, that's a fake out rejection, because we've been getting a lot of those fake out rejections. And so that was another thing that said, you know what, I'm going to go for it. And so basically we ended up getting a lower low and then coming up higher. I thought this was an impulse wave, that we'd get a 3-wave move and we'd be continuing on, but we actually got a lower low to shake out the longs. I didn't get shaken out this morning. I stayed in it because I saw the divergence on the 1 hour and things like that. So anyway, that's why you're asking me, why did I know to do that? Well, that's what I was going on. A gut, a feeling, a need for a bounce. I didn't really know how big this bounce was going to be. So sometimes you just go long and you see what the market gives you. You don't always know the Elliott Wave count, guys. And that's the other thing I was going to tell you. We don't always have to know the Elliott Wave count. We can use divergence and we can use other indicators on our chart and other. I do a lot of correlations as well. Watch the other charts and say, okay, what are the other charts doing? And we really, really try to understand the market as a whole and make our trading decisions as a whole and try to get the best entry we can. I'm pretty proud of that entry. That's not a horrible entry. It's one wave off the bottom. You know, nobody's going to nail the bottom every time. And if you nail the bottom every time, you need to start a channel. And I'm going to follow your signals, okay? But that being said, I felt pretty good in that range right there. I felt like I was even willing to hold a little drawdown into the $6,400 range. And we got a wick down into it, and then we bounced right back. And so I stayed in the trade this morning. So do you think BTC can go to 75 today? Yeah, I can. I think it can go to 7,500 today. By tonight. Now, whether it will or not, we may get some sideways action before we get a pump. We may get a triangle in here is what we might get. So interpreting exactly what this wave is, what I want to say it is, guys. I'll tell you where I took profit. I took profit right here, and the reason I took profit there was is on this wick right here. The reason I took profit there is because it kind of looked like a 5-wave structure was finishing. Okay, that to me gives me the look of a 5-wave structure finishing. So boom, 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 and then we had that little push, and I was waiting for it to do that, and then I was going to enter again long to go like that. But it didn't give me that, did it? So you don't always get what you want. I hear a song coming on, I think. Yeah, my son's over here singing it. So yeah, you don't always get what you want. So yeah, I think it can go to 7,500 today. Whether it will or not, I can't be certain. But this little structure here, let's go down to the 1 minute. I only do the 1 minute, guys. I'm not trading. Don't think I'm trading off the 1 minute. I'm using the 1 minute to get as much detail and information as I can get. Guys, we need to break this low down here to get down to my targets here that I shared with you. So we need to break this low coming on down. Fit the 1-to-1 extension of that. Three-wave. This could be a WXY. Or this could be our 3-wave to the downside. We front ran it, this little region right here, and now we got a 1-wave to the upside. I don't think so, though, because it doesn't look impulsive. It just depends on where I put my fibs. That looks like a 1-wave to me right there. That's a finished 5 waves right there. The second one comes to the 276. That's a corrective structure there. So I'm still thinking, guys, even though we're getting a little bit of an up move, I still think we're coming down. And we should expect something like that. Actually, yeah. So. Webman Box, did you go long because I said we can go to 75 today? That's not a good trade entry criteria, buddy. There's more to consider. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just like, please be careful. Don't trade off of my sentences. Just if you ask me a question. Chris, this has been a good one, man. Been a good one. Welcome to the party, man. Welcome to the party. You can rewind it, get the analysis. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it at all. All right. Let's see here. So I'm expecting just to catch you up, Chris. I'm expecting a down move here. My first target is 70.95. Second target is 70.75. Third target is 70.42. We reach that. Let's see. If we reach the 70.42, guys, we're looking fairly impulsive to the downside. So be careful going long. Okay. So we're gonna wait and see what we get off of there. Actually, no, that's not true. That's not true. 7,069.90 is our impulsive region. So I'm gonna make that a red rather than green. Hey, we got Christmas colors all over the chart. So we got a red line of death down here. So if we hit the red line down here, then we're going to be looking short, not long, or at least we're going to be understanding that price has to go lower than it is. Okay. All right. Cool. Oh, okay. Nice. I love it. All right, yeah, I think, guys, we're going to go beyond 7,500, guys. Just to kind of recap some things I've already said. My targets to the upside are. Let me throw the fibs back on it for you, or maybe I already have it. Let me go out to the 2 hour. There we go. So there are my targets right here to the upside. Let's watch this trend. So I'm going to put a red line of death right here. Around 7,500, guys. Watch that area. Watch 7,500, okay? Because that's going to bring us up here to the median line of our channel. And if we make it up to the median line of our channel, guys, we might have a little rejection there or total rejection there. We could get for this X wave, we could just simply be getting a running flat rather than expanded flat. So a running flat looks like this. So be careful. We don't get something like that, and then we go down here. Okay? So be careful we don't get something like that. Okay? Bedtime. Fox Juniors. All right, you got the information. I was about to wrap it up myself, so you did well. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Madi. I really do. Crypto Don Juan, what's up, buddy? Looking like a little triangle. It might be a little triangle. It might be. And if it is, that means it's going to probably continue to the upside if it's a little triangle. So if this is a triangle, guys, this is going to turn into, this is going to be a wave 4, okay? If it's a triangle. Now, hey, let's talk about that for a minute. What a triangle is and what a triangle isn't. Just because it's triangular, guys, doesn't mean it's a triangle. Let me say it again. Just because it's triangular doesn't mean it's a triangle. So what makes a triangle a triangle? Well, glad you asked. Great question. Let me zoom in and I'll show you. You've got to have, in a triangle, five waves, and they all need to be 3 waves. So there would be A. Okay, there would be B. Nope, that's not B. And we count it with an A, B, C, D, E. There would be B. There would be C. Okay, looks like we're getting D. You get a 3-wave E, and then we're off to the races again, okay? But you got to be careful. This is a 4th wave, okay? A 4th wave means there's a 5th wave coming. And if there's a 5th wave coming, that means there's a reversal coming. So triangles do 2 things for you. They let you know what wave you're in, number 1, and they let you know what wave we're in, and they also let you know a 5th wave is coming soon. There's going to be a reversal soon, so be ready for a reversal. All right, what would the count be if we get an impulse down? Doesn't look like we're going to get one, Max. Only way we get an impulse down here from here is that this is some kind of a leading diagonal in the 3rd wave. So if that's a leading diagonal, which it could be, but probably isn't, then that would be an impulse. But if we got an impulse, yeah, it would be a running flat, and a very short one at that. You're welcome, Chill Man 1992. Chill. Chill Man. All right. Chris, what particular aspect of a call was a good call? Oh, the other aspect of a triangle is you've got to be able to see a triangle in the being made in the RSI as well. And I'm not seeing a triangle in the RSI. In fact, I'm seeing a breakout to the upside on the 1 minute. We might already have some continuation going. Da-da-da-dum. There's no triangle in the RSI, guys. No triangle. I told you they ain't gonna let us out easy. Let us in easy. Yeah, that was Robert who mentioned that. So, but I don't think it's a triangle, guys. I don't think so because I don't see the triangle in the RSI. So remember, an ABC is made of 5, 3, and 5. Okay, so that 5, 3, 5, that fifth wave, that C wave needs 5 waves. So we could just be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. And it might be coming deep. Who knows? Wouldn't it be nice just to get a simple zigzag right here? That would be so nice. I was just giving you the credit, brother. Just giving you the credit. He said it was a good call. I was just making sure credit came your way, sir. All right. Dang on it. Would you get somebody tell your USD to go down, please? All right. Ethereum. Let's check out Ethereum. See, Ethereum looks more like a expanded flat to me here in the smaller time frame. We've come up to the 2618. That's about as high as you want to go. It looks like 5 waves is complete right there. So we've got to be careful here, guys. We've got to be careful here. See, my problem with Litecoin really looks like an expanded flat. And it's come up to the 2618. Now, if it continues on, this is a smaller time frame, guys. So, you know, it would imply more downside, not more upside, okay, if that expanded flat's finished. It really looks like an expanded flat. Because you got a 3-wave move here. Right? You got a 3-wave move, a 3-wave move, and then you got a 5-wave. And that 5-wave is hitting the 2618, which is the highest it can go, really kind of to be an expanded flat. So, guys, let me warn you and caution you about longs right now. Just looking at Ethereum and Litecoin, watch out with your longs right now. Because just because the way Litecoin and Ethereum look to me, they look more like expanded flats, which means downside to come. And it means pretty strong downside to come. So be careful here, guys. Be careful. Be careful. I mean, that looks very convincing, like an expanded, and it looks finished. It looks done. Hey, Edward, how's it going? Good evening. Good evening. Justin, what's up? Apollo, yeah, I can look at Apollo here right before I leave. Let me zoom out on Litecoin just for a second, guys. I've kind of stopped trading Litecoin lately. I can't short it, and so because I can't short it, I haven't been trading it. I haven't been super comfortable in my longs. Yeah, my problem, Max, and yeah, it's a good question, man. My problem here is just understanding the correlation. It's possible we get now. Here's a way they could correlate. It's possible we get a deep two wave to the downside. So this is indeed a reversal, and this is a two wave to the downside. BTC won't break the low, shouldn't break the low if we do, and then we'll get a third wave to the upside. Whereas Ethereum, they kind of come down, they break the low. You know, when BTC is falling, finish the final move to the downside, and then they go up with BTC on BTC's third wave, which will be a big one. So that's a what do you call it? A theory on how they could correlate. But yeah, LTC, I tell you, man, it's looks super like an expanded flat, guys. So that means down, not up, down, and so be real careful. It also came back to structure, almost. Didn't quite make it back to structure. Guys, I'll tell you what else. We got some hidden bearish divergence here as working in Litecoin as well. So on the 2 hour here, we got hidden bearish divergence. So we got price coming up, we've got the RSI making a move. And this move is making a move higher than this last peak here, whereas price on that same move is not making a higher high, it's actually making a lower high. So we've got some hidden bearish divergence here as well on Litecoin. So guys, let me just warn you again. Be careful. There's hidden bearish divergence right now. And my count for Litecoin is 1, 2, all this is 3. This is the fourth wave move, guys, and that's my count, what I have right now. And then we got one more move to the low. So that's with Litecoin, okay? So if we get that move to the low, that means Bitcoin's going to need to probably tank here, but this is going to be a 1 wave and then followed by a 2 wave, and then we get some kind of a real big third wave coming. So that's the only way I can correlate them right now, guys. Let me see if we have any divergence here on this chart as well. On the 2 hour, not to scare anybody, I just want to let you know we do have some hidden bearish divergence right here. So from this place, try it again. So price is not making a higher high while the RSI is going up. Okay, so the RSI is maxing out its strength. And so the move is fizzling out, but it's not making a higher high. That's indication there's more downside to come. So guys, you need to be very careful here in longs, okay? Be very careful here in longs. It doesn't mean that divergence can't be wiped out. How can that divergence be wiped out? That divergence can be wiped out by another move to the upside in price, okay? So another move to the upside in price could give us that divergence. So what would the count be? How would I count this? Oh, man. I have no stinking idea. See, that's my other problem, guys. This looks finished. This looks like a finished move. This looks like an expanded flat. It feels like it needs to come up higher, but it might come up in 5 distinct waves rather than straight up like it has been. So Not yet, honey, not yet. Is it possible that this could be some kind of a two-wave, maybe? Guys, man, I'm telling you guys, there is hidden bearish divergence here, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Guys, be careful in your longs, okay? I hope that gentleman that was that longed earlier on that question is around to hear my warning. Let me know, Mr. What were you? What was your webman box? Let's see, Chris, what'd you say? My only concern going down from here is that there's an engulfing tweezer daily candle currently. Let's check it out. That's LTC. I got so much crap on my chart. I'm going to remove it all. Yeah, I see what you're saying for sure. But I've got my 10 MA here, and it really does a nice job. So my moving average number 10 does a nice job of rejecting price action on the daily for sure. You can notice here. So if we come up here and tag the tag that MA and reject off of it, or if we just let's be careful there. Let's see. We don't have any really. We don't have divergence here on the daily on LTC yet. We don't have any kind of reversal divergence here yet. So that's something. Hey, Gary, what's up? Hey, I just wanted you to hear my warning, okay? That's all I needed to know that you heard my warning, webman. Yeah. Be careful, people. Be careful here. Looks like we got more move to the upside to come here in LTC. No divergence yet here on the 15-minute. Oh, yeah, we do. We got divergence right here on the 15-minute. Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. $0.07 daily tweezer looks to be expanding flat, then dump. Yeah, see, there you go. Is that on LTC, Chris? Yeah, that's when we got the expanded flat here. When was it? 717? Yeah. Came up, dumped, boom. Three-wave move, and then boom. Yep. Did the daily, I don't know when the daily closes. When does the daily close? Yeah, I found it. Yep. Yeah. I'm going to go back to the 1 minute chart here. I got to go here in about 5 minutes, guys. Sorry to cut it short on you. See, a lot of times I think they make it look like a triangle, but it's not one. A, B, C, D, E. A three-wave move here, we might get a breakout to the upside. Okay, closes at 6 Central. Okay. So if we get a big rejection now, though, that engulfing candle might go away. I'm not saying we're going to. Price is kind of holding pretty strong, but if we get a rejection here before 6 o'clock Central Time, then that engulfing candle may go away. It may become some kind of a wick that doesn't engulf anymore. Stops the engulfing. I would like it to go up, guys. I don't care which way it goes. I just want to figure it out, right? I just want to figure it out. I don't care which way it goes. I just want to figure it out and then trade it that way, right? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it's kind of a brand new deal. Apollo is okay. I'll check it out right before I leave. Okay, right before I'm done. All right. Any other questions about Bitcoin, Litecoin? I haven't looked at Ethereum. Oh yeah, I did. Guys, we're looking at a potential expanded flat, so be careful. Be careful. Be careful on those. Now we don't have the same hidden divergence that we have on Litecoin and Bitcoin that we have on Ethereum. But we're still kind of in a fourth wave to me. So this to me is more like a fourth wave going down for the fifth wave. So again, to me, that correlation says we're going to go down for a fifth wave, a new bottom for Ethereum and Litecoin, probably the same way. But Bitcoin's probably going to make, probably not break the low. So that's my guess. That we're going to come down here in three waves and we're not going to break the low. That's a theory. But if it does that, guys, that's beautiful, okay? A couple of reasons. Because that gives you your entry, okay? So if we come down here in three waves, okay, that's proportional to that. By the way, that looks awful three wave-ish, but, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, we are getting this consolidation pattern up here, so be careful here. Hey, Thomas, how's it going? Anyway, so yeah, so if we get a three waves that doesn't break the low, guys, that's money. That's our trade, right? That's our trade. We enter here and we go long. As price is coming down, we don't enter up here, guys. Don't forget, we don't enter up here. Price goes up, you got to say with me, that's not my trade. You missed the trade, you missed the entry, that's not my trade. Okay, you don't jump in to trades in bad positions. You put yourself in a bad position. 15-minute and the corrections hit the 382. Then up next leg retraces 382, and now to 236. My chart is so ugly right now. I'm going to duplicate it and remove the drawing so I can see. There we go. I can see my chart now. So on the 15-minute,
Daddy knows if you're awake.
boom. This one didn't even make it to the 382. None of them have made it to the 382. They're all 236 and short of the 382. This has to be a 1-2 because this thing's going. Where is it going? 72.75 is where it's going. It's going higher than that. 73.71. I don't. No, I wasn't using log fib.
sleeping game. So, mine. Okay. A pulley. Are you done?
Not yet.
And did you text Nicole yet? Nicole.
Let's see if we break that trend line right there.
Nicole.
Guys, if you're just tuning in, there's lots of information to find just in this video. Just rewind and kind of catch the analysis and what I talked about, and a lot of good things that were said. And we're just kind of winding down right now. I'm just kind of watching price a little bit and just doing some final analysis here. I'm going to check out Khalid's chart here. Sorry, just checking your NZD. I traded that this morning. All right. Yeah, let's see. This is LTC WX.
Nicole.
Yeah, I need to see the extension on that, but that extension's too long. It can't go past the 1618 for WXY. So Khalid, that you got to put the extensions on to measure and see what you got, but it can't go past the 1618. Okay, so check that out first. My major count for LTC. Going to the daily here. Look at that trash, guys.
Nicole.
Okay. Yeah. If we put it right here in the middle, right here, I think, and maybe you did. I don't know. Let's see. This is regular. Let's turn it into log. Regular, it's at the 1-to-1 extension.
Nicole.
We hit the target I was calling for a while back in my videos, about $35, $36. We were heading there. We hit it.
No, this is it's
Woohoo!
Oh. Looks like I got
Big old head and shoulders.
You hungry?
Yeah.
What's in it? I'm hungry. You're literally hungry. Yeah. What's in the lunchbox?
Max, you're listening to my kids talk. They can hear you guys on the live. Yeah. Shh. It broke, didn't it? Let's see. Let's check it out. Yep. Yep. It broke. It broke. Now it doesn't mean it has to go up from there, guys. It could just be a three-way, but it's just significant when it breaks trend lines. We watch it. It doesn't mean go long. It just means so. So we got to move here. Now we could get this move right there, okay, and then we could get that move. So there's a three-wave move as well. So be careful. Be careful here. Don't chase this thing. they don't give you an entry, they don't give you an entry. And you know, without the proper retraces, they're not giving you much entry. Well, guys, I have to go get ready for a dinner with my church people tonight, and I'm cooking for them tonight, and I'm sorry I got to cut it short, but I want to get some information to you and just kind of just watch this market with you a little bit. Thanks for joining in. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do it. We give daily wave calls every day and assessment and analysis, as well as you know, we have a trading group as well on Telegram you can be a part of. Just check the description of the video, and you know. But I hate to leave you hanging, but yeah, they're playing in there for sure. And anyway, well, you guys have a fantastic evening. Sorry to cut it short, but got to run. But watch out going long. We are breaking this trend line. I would say if we obviously if we break the top here, you know, there's more upside to go. Let me see if I can give you some targets here. If we get it. This looks like 3 waves though, so be careful, but we might get it here. Target for the upside if we get it. 73 to 73.91 in that ballpark for this wave. Could go higher, but you know, that's if we break. That would give us something like this. No. Okay. That gives us 5 waves to the upside, something like that. And if we get an extended third, it would be something like this. You know, that'd get us up to the $7,500 region. Remember, the $7,500 region is that median line. So be careful, watch out, be safe. You guys have a fantastic day. Chris, good to see you, man. Good to talk with you. We got to catch up some more. And Eric, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Lazaro Alvarez, CME. I don't put a whole lot of emphasis on CME, but you know. Oh, I said I would look at what was it? I said I would look at Apollo, didn't I? Okay, on the way out, I'm going to look at Apollo here. Not seeing it. Yep, not seeing Apollo here in the charts. Sorry, guy. We'll have to check it another time. Just got some rejection here, guys. A little fake out to the upside and then some rejection, so you got to watch out for those. Let's see if that rejection follows through as well. Justin, sorry about that. I didn't find Apollo on the charts. Let me know if you know. I'll hang on for one more minute.
I'm facing your direction.
All right, guys, got to run. That's all I got. We'll talk.